Hello, my beautiful people. I hope you're well and everything is good with you. Today, I'd like to talk about the hardest thing for me to do wasn't leaving. Leaving was the easiest thing for me to do. Healing was the hardest thing for me to do after leaving that relationship. After discovering I was being played like a fiddle and was in a battle for my soul, I walked away. But when I think about it, the hardest thing for me to do was to heal in total isolation. You see, once you are shown how much you are really loved, and you know how it feels not to be loved, you got to walk away. It was so easy for me to make that move. My walk-away game was swift. I withdrew my absence and I withdrew my silence. I went into isolation and come out of that with a higher wisdom. But whilst in isolation, my dark night of the soul was hard. I know many of us out there have experienced the same things, going into isolation to heal from your emotional trauma, facing your dark night of the soul, doing your shadow work. But let me tell you, my dark night of the soul was really hard. Spiritually, I have no doubt whatsoever that I was in a battle for my soul. The narcissist spiritually did not want to let go of my soul. I had to pray constantly to God Almighty, adapt new things I've never done in my life, like meditation, fasting, which done me the world of good. I had terrible nightmares. And when I mean terrible nightmares, I mean the kind that are so realistic, they wake you up. I had to pray for deliverance, morning, noon, and night, because I can feel spiritually the pull of that karmic narcissistic ex on my soul. But going through with determination, I succeeded and came out the winning side with a higher wisdom. It was easy to walk away because I love me. Nobody else is gonna love you like you. Facing the spiritual battle, which you will not imagine The fight for my soul was, I would say, biblical, because they know the chosen ones, the light workers, earth angels, star seeds. We have that value, that empathic value that makes us highly prized amongst the narcissistic environment that we live in. This is why a couple of videos back I mentioned protect your heart and guard your soul, because I know most of these relationships, especially toxic relationships, are spiritual. Yep, spiritual. The narcissist, although they showed you who they were and you saw with your own eyes a complete different person in front of you. I know there's many of you out there who've experienced the same thing as I have. Once you see what you see, you cannot unsee it. In fact, it will be with me for the rest of my life. But the healing for me was the hardest thing I had to do. The easiest thing for me to do was walking away. Now, in my higher wisdom, I thank God Almighty. I am so thankful and grateful for Him saving me, because if it wasn't for the grace of His hand, I would still be under an illusion, sleepwalking. Healing. It's hard. Anybody who have experienced real relationship abuse, toxicity, narcissistic abuse will tell you healing from that soul tie is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do in your life if you want to maintain your sanity and function normally. So I am grateful, ever so grateful, that I was saved. Yeah, saved. Because I saw a person who is not the person I first said hello to. And with my own eyes, I realized all the lies before me. The easiest thing for me to do was to walk away. But the hardest thing was the healing in isolation. Stay strong, beautiful people. Resolute. Know your worth. You are number one. There's no options when it comes to you besides the godly faith you follow. I live by that. I walk with that in mind. And I make sure I'm loving me, because I've been duped before. And I tell you something, what an actor. Should get an Oscar for the performance. However, after healing, you come out of that healing with a higher wisdom. No longer can you be duped, can you be manipulated, can you be future faked. No longer will you be gaslighted under illusions, using projection on you to manipulate your mind and keep you in that trance, in that sleepwalking state. Any of you beautiful people out there currently in a toxic relationship, take a good look. Take a very good look at your situation and see, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? I don't think it is. Nothing is worth your peace, your sanity. That's most precious to all of us. But what's more precious is authentic, agape love. Without authentic, agape love, you may as well just be friends. But, as I say, my healing was the hardest thing that I had to do. The easiest thing for me to do in that relationship was to walk away. So as I say to all of you beautiful people, you know, after healing, you become pure and luminous. You don't get stuck. You love like you've never been hurt before, because you've healed, and you healed the right way. So congratulations to all of you out there who've taken the same path as myself and are on the long and narrow journey, and are a person in this world, but not of this world. Thank you so much for spending your time, your energy to watch this video. Please like, share, subscribe, smash the notification bell so you can receive more uploads when they're due to be released. And on saying that, I say this: know your worth. You are number one. There's no options when it comes to you besides that godly faith you follow. Live the life you love. But more importantly, beautiful people, love the life you live. Until the next time, stay blessed.